Well, hello, it's Michael, and I want to show you two brand new features that we just shipped to everybody in Alignify. These are in beta, but you can request it and activate it for your account. And these are very timely because it is a quarter close process when you come to the end of a quarter. And for many of us, that's kind of right now, the end of June, and then a quarter start process. So every time you come to a new 90-day period in your church, you get an opportunity to re-engage, to realign, to focus on what matters, and we wanted to help you capitalize on those moments. You get four of them a year, one big one, right? But three other ones, and capitalize on that. So let me show you this. This is over here in the main sidebar menu now called Review and Reset. So I'll click on that. It is a beta feature right now, so you will need to enable it for your organization. But just do that and it will happen instantly. And then it is on, right? So now you can log in and use this beta feature. So let me show you what it looks like. Two things: review and reset. You've got the opportunity to start a new quarter or review and close a quarter. So the tool knows for me it's Q2 2026 when I'm recording this. So I'm going to do this one first. So I'm just going to click on let's close the quarter. So we set some goals, we had some meetings, we did some stuff in the quarter, and so we're gonna close it down. And so let me just click on it and just take you through it. It guides you through 5 steps. Number one, you're going to kind of give all the goals that you set a final status update and score them. You're going to look at your metrics one last time. These are things that you maybe have been tracking. You can also create some new ones if you didn't have any. You're going to do a reflection, and all the different team members can do that. Any goals that you did not accomplish that you want to roll forward, you can do that right here. And then you close it and you lock it down. What this does is it just basically makes those goals uneditable, unchangeable anymore, and this will become the basis for some reporting. You guys have been requesting like board reports or like different things. So once we close a quarter and lock it down, we'll be able to release more things to help with that. So let me just show you real quick. You score your goals. This particular organization. Let me actually log out here and log and show you my. Let me log out and I want to log into my church demo account. That was the one that's more appropriate. So I'm going to go here to close out. And so here you see we had 19 goals. And what we're going to do is we're going to just look at them. We're going to look at them all, and I can type some things in. What happened and what did we learn? And I give it a final status. We completed it. It was incomplete. We're going to roll it forward, or we superseded means we just gave up and we don't want to ever talk about it again. So, right, you can do that, and you can add some comments and talk about comments here as well. So you can do this asynchronously, means you can start this, and anybody in your organization can go through and do all this and fill these things out. I think it's best to have the goal owners fill these in, and then anybody else can comment, right? That's kind of the best way to do it. But you can basically go and assign a final status to every goal. Like, where did we end up? This one was incomplete. But this one, we can type some stuff in and we can go, this one was complete. Good job. And when we're done with that, we're done with that. We can move on to step two. These were our final metrics. And so these are the things that we've been tracking. We just want to go in and give them a final number. This will automatically pull the most recent final number, and you can just sign off on it. And what's cool about this is everybody in the organization can sign off, and it's not required to close the quarter, but it's just another opportunity for you to go, "Hey, did you look at this? This is what happened." And so everybody can sign off on all of these different goals, and once they're signed off on, the picture goes from black and white to color. Ideally, everybody signs off on it. Then we go to reflect. This is 4 questions that everybody can answer, and everybody can add their answer. You type your answer in and hit submit. And then great way to kind of document. You could do this in a meeting together. That would be a great fun thing to do. And then roll forward. Any goals that we want to roll forward. These were some that we already decided that we wanted to roll forward. We can unroll them forward if we wanted to. Like, we can say we're rolling them forward, we're not rolling them forward. And then down here is a great list for brainstorming, right? As we're closing down the quarter, if we think of anything that, man, we should we're not going to roll that one forward, but we want to do a different version of it. You can add it here to the brainstorm list. And when you add it here to this brainstorm list, it will show up on the new quarter process, and it'll also show up on the brainstorm list that you can access from my org as well. So you won't lose it. So if you're thinking, man, this is not a goal for now, but January, we want to, this may be, you just go ahead and put it on the brainstorm list. And so you can brainstorm some goals here. You can edit them all, think who should own this. That'd be a good, really goal for Emily to have. This would be a good goal for John to have. No, that's more of an Aaron kind of goal. You just have all these brainstorms here. And then finally you close it. Gonna give you some final stats. Again, I didn't complete all this, so I only marked 2 complete. You can see if everybody has signed off on everything. If they didn't, you can nudge them. And then when you hit this red button right here, it's basically going to take all those goals and lock them down. It's going to assign that final status. You can't go and change it anymore. It is a record of what happened. So I will go ahead and close it. And I'm going to finally, I got a little warning here. And you have to type this in. Type Q2 2026 to confirm. Q2 2026 to confirm. And it is closed. Now, when it is closed, I do get a 24-hour grace period with which I can, it's closed, right? And I can review, I can see the review. Well, I haven't built the review yet, but we will build the review in right there. And then you can move on to the next quarter. You do get a little grace period to unlock it if you need to, and maybe you made a mistake and now the quarter's done. What happens is this snapshot will become, when we go to this review, now we'll be able to do some reporting. We'll be able to compare quarter to quarter to quarter to quarter over time. A ton of stuff happens when a quarter is closed. So that's the end of quarter process. You could do this in a team meeting together. You could just start it and then just tell everybody to log in and do it on their own. And then you'll see when everybody's done it, the admin can click close quarter. All right, let me show you the second part of this review and reset. And again, this is a beta feature. So if you just log in and go down here to your left side, all the way down on your left main menu here, it says review and reset, or review and reset. You can see the close quarter and then you see start new quarter. And I love this start new quarter because it's fun. I'm an optimistic person. I love looking forward. It's a lot easier for me to look forward than look back. And so when you get to the start of a new quarter, right, you get this 4 times a year. And so I always view these as a great opportunity to kind of get everybody together. Let's focus on what we're doing. Let's make sure where we're going. Let's get on the same page. Let's get aligned, right? And so starting a new quarter is a great way to not just make sure that this tool is updated, but to really get your team kind of rowing together in the same direction. So I'm going to click on start a new quarter. You can go back here and play around. You'll see history and other things, but you got close a quarter, start a quarter. I'm going to start a quarter, and you'll see a very similar menu. It's got 5 steps. And so when you come into a new quarter, I'd love to encourage you to walk through these 5 steps. Now you can just start this and have everybody go through it. You can do this in a meeting if you want, a couple meetings if you want. It's totally up to you. But you can work through this asynchronously or synchronously. And you're going to see step 1, we're just going to actually start with your annual goals. So if your church has entered in some annual goals, those would appear here. If you have not added them, you would see it's like, hey, you should probably add those, because those are the big Lego blocks, right? Those are the 8-piece Lego blocks, right? The quarterly goals are the 4-piece Lego blocks. So you need the bigger blocks first. And so here's our goals, and we're going to start by reviewing them. And you'll see here again, it's going to list them all out. You can discuss them. I've got them here. They're organized by team. If you haven't set up teams, this would just be a list for you. But it just lists them all out, and it gives you this option to sign off on them. And every single person on your team, their pictures are here. They can look at this goal and go, yeah, that's what we're doing. Like I'm clapping to that. I'm affirming that, like, yeah, even if it's not mine, if it's not my name, I'm saying, yeah, John should do that. Naomi should do that. Caleb should do that. Like, let's make this happen. And so we sign off on all these goals, and you can see here that I mean, there's a lot of people. There's like 54 different signups that need to happen, but we're well on our way. And so we want to get these goals fully signed off on. Now, you don't have to. You can move on to the next thing. If somebody's out of town or on vacation, it's not a blocker. But wouldn't it be great if everybody looks at these and goes, yes, yes, that's what we're doing. And if we don't, we talk about it. That's a great way to be aligned. Okay, so now that we're on the same page with this is what we're doing for the year, right? However many quarters are left, this is the year. You can also adjust these if you need to. If you want to adjust them or change them, you can do that right here in this process. Okay, then number 2, we're going to look. Oh, I got to refresh. Number 2, we're going to look at our quarter. We're going to look at our quarter next. And so this is where we're going to capture ideas for this coming quarter, right? As we think through, all right, we said what we're doing for the year. Now, what are we going to do in this 90-day period? Now, there's already some things here. Where did these come from? Well, they came from any goal that we decided to roll forward. They came from anything on the brainstorm list that's connected to my org down here. So if you've added stuff along the way, when you get to that time, it should be here already. But you can just go and add other ideas. And again, I think a meeting is a great place to do this, because you can say, hey, now that we know where we're going, what do you guys think is potentially worthy of being a goal? And you should always have a bigger list than you choose. And so you throw all the ideas here on this goal. So you might go, man, yeah, I really think we should, I don't know, increase our podcast. Like our podcast is really good and it's been growing. So we could say uh podcast downloads, right? Go from 100 to 200 weekly. All right, we don't have to form it out here because we're just capturing the idea. And now we've got some ideas on the board. Here's podcast downloads right here. So the idea is we're capturing some brainstorm ideas of what could be goals in this quarter. And everybody can do this. Anybody can add. I can add a goal for you. You could add a potential idea for me. We're not deciding here. That's brainstorm. However, when we go to pick and assign, this is where we actually can choose. So, right, even we can do this right here from the brainstorm tab. We can just go, oh, yep, we're going to do that one. Yep, we're going to do that one. Yeah, we're going to do that one. And they're here over on the pick and assign thing. So the things that we've rolled forward are here. The things that we've picked are here. And these are now organized by people, right? So you can kind of quickly look, or we can organize them by team if we want. These are all individuals. But we can look at them by team. We can look at them by person. We can just see a whole big list and we can go, yep, these are right. And here's where we can begin to dial them in. We can write the statement a little better. We can, add who the owner should be. We could put them on a team. We could start thinking a plan. We could discuss, right? We just dial them in and we pick them. If we wanted to unpick it, we just unpick it and it kicks it back over to brainstorm. And so now we've got, let me just get this down to just a few. Okay. Uh, Then we move over here. There's an error there. We'll fix that error. Then we move over next thing to the scorecard. Next is the scorecard. It's like, all right, here's what we've been tracking. Do we still want to track these things? And you can see there's some really nice look back at this because these are not necessarily for a quarter. You track these all the time. And so you can kind of see these are on track. This one was tracked inconsistently. Lucas here did not hit the target in only 14% of the time, where he's reporting on the targets, right? May not be his fault, but you can kind of see what's happening and you can just say, yep, this should still, same sign off thing. Yep, this should still be something that we track. Yep, this is still should be something that we track right here. And so you can, sign off on that. And then you go to launch. And again, here the admin is the one who can publish Q3. What happens is here's a little summary. All right, you guys pick 7 goals. We agree that these are going to be our metrics. This is staying the same. What we're doing is we're going to take these goals and we're going to go from draft to live. When we hit publish, these 7 drafts will go live. It'll take a snapshot. It'll send a notification to everybody. It's like, hey, the next quarter is live, and it'll email everybody their goals so that they know what's going on. And so everybody doesn't have to sign off on these. That's just a nice thing. But when you publish Q3, it makes these goals live. And now your quarter is refreshed. Now your Alignify instance is refreshed. It's got the latest information. Everybody's kind of signed off on it. Everybody's engaged. And that is the start of a new quarter. So here in this review and reset tab here on the left side, it's in beta, just request access, and you can close a quarter and start a new quarter right from here. As always, if you find anything that's not working, if you've got a question about something, right, this is something new, shoot us a message, shoot us a note. We'll fix it real fast, or we'll hop on a call and advise you on best practices. So there you go. 2 new features added to Alignify to help you close down a quarter and start a new quarter.